Here is a list of items that you can think of for due diligence in Namibia. Number one, request a copy of the business registration. Make sure that business is legitimately registered. Get the company financial statements and bank statements as far back as they will allow you to see, because you want to see how that company has progressed, what has changed, how it is growing, or to detect if things are going on a downward trend. And if there is a downward trend, that does not mean that it's not a good investment. It just means that you need to understand why sales are down and understand what strategically you're going to have to do in order to help bring that up as an owner. Request a tax clearance certificate. This in Namibia is a prize for understanding if they have back taxes or if the taxes are up to date. You don't want to buy into a company that is behind on tax burdens, and you don't want to be the one to fund the last 5 years of taxes that they have not paid. See firsthand any offices, equipment, or assets they claim to have. Ask to see the deeds, ask to see any receipts that they have. So if they show you a product, say, hey, do you have the receipt for that? If they say, we own this building, do you have the deed for that? Ask for those things. It is your right as an owner to see the deeds and to see the receipts. You're going to see them anyway after you get involved in the business. Eventually, you're going to find out if they really own it or if they don't. So you have a right to know ahead of time what you're really buying into and to confirm that you really have those assets in the business that are claimed to be a part of that business, because it's a part of the valuation of what you're spending to be a part of that business. Ask for the lease agreements for the office space and any other spaces that they have. Know what's in the lease agreement. Understand what potential risks are involved in those agreements, what they cost, if there's any changes to the lease agreements, if the lease agreement is almost up and up for negotiation, which means that the price could rise, and review any agreements that they have on file for anything. If there are other members or owners in the business, ask to see the members' agreement. Ask to see any agreements that the previous owners have signed. See any of the previous meeting minutes and things of that nature, things that you can see to understand what they have discussed and what they have agreed upon before you participated in the business. Know who works for the company. See the employee list, meet the employees, find out if the employees are really who they say they are, question them, find out if they really have the skills, check their backgrounds, do a little due diligence in just getting to know the insides of that business. And last but not least, show all the stuff you get to a lawyer and ask them for official due diligence. They can go and do some official checking. They can check the business registrations at the BIPA office. They can check the tax registration and tax information at the tax office. There are things that they understand about due diligence that you or I may forget, because I'm not a lawyer myself. When I'm doing this process, I do as much checking as I can ahead of time so that I don't have a lot of lawyer hours to pay for. And then I give what I have to the lawyer and I say, this is what I have. What else should I get? I get those things, and then I ask the lawyer to help me in making sure that I should sign on the dotted line for this business. There are tons of great opportunities here in Namibia to participate in getting involved in existing businesses that are already profitable and just need an investor to help them scale up. You help that business go from doing okay to scaling and serving the entire country or serving international markets through your investment and your involvement.